And hello there. It's me, Wumbles, bringing you guys another video. This time going to be for my week 2 matchup of my victory VGC trainer school draft league. That's what it's called. So this week I am able to play one of my good buddies, Peter. Peter and I have been friends now for a few years. I'm actually the reason he got into this draft league, so it's pretty cool to be able to play him. For I think the first real time. I think we've been in other divisions when we've played before. Didn't meet each other in playoffs last season, so really fun to get to play him. There's been lots of good banter and lots of good shit talk back and forth between the two of us, just because we've both been pretty amped for this. So it's been fun. It's been fun getting to prep. It's been fun talking to him about the matchup and everything. So on the right hand side, I've got kind of the the two teams that are going at it. Of course, I am the Lacunosa Lichen Rock going up against the Super Carolina Reapers, which is hilarious, by the way, because there's a team called the Carolina Reapers here, Chris's team. It's just funny that he ended up stealing like the image and everything. He asked for permission. He's not that big of a jerk, but really funny stuff. So I am playing a matchup against his Megasco villain team. So this matchup, as you can tell from my team, I have like so much spread damage. It's been like a big thing with this team that I've really enjoyed using. So it makes it so Scovillain is like kind of an easy matchup for me. And that's kind of how I treated my prep going into it. I pressure a lot of like his big Pokemon on his team, like the Mega Scovillain, the Komo, of course, because I'm like a Blizzard spamming team and whatnot. So let's break down the team that I actually wanted to bring in, kind of what some of the calcs are. So on the left-hand side, you'll see up here, I've got my Frostlass is, of course, going to be the first Pokemon. It's the the Pokemon I've kind of started every game or every match building around. It's one of my favorite new megas at this point. It's awesome. I love this Pokemon because it's like super flexible in what it can do and whatnot. Like obviously you kind of just want to click strong blizzards, but it's got a lot of cool tricks that it can do. This week, really basic Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Aurora Veil, Protect, basically like the only set that you see floating around is Snow Cloak, but it's not actually Snow Cloak. It's Snow Warning, not Curse Body because it's not optimal because I'm awful at the game. And then we have the EV spread, which is a funny little EV spread. I wasn't sure if Espeon was coming to this matchup, which is like what we're speed crept for here. I didn't think Espeon was coming for this matchup because I think Espeon's like really bad here. But apparently Peter revealed to me after the fact that he did not even get his weird ear on cart this week, and that's actually, we ended up playing on cart, so that was kind of funny. He didn't have his weird ear, so he slapped on an Espeon. He was tired of making me wait and hearing me complain about it, so we sped crept that, and then we're once again kind of a really bulky Frostlass with 32 points in our HP, and then 3 points in our special defense, and then just the rest dumped in special attack. You'll notice on his team really a lot of special attackers, especially the ones that I kind of anticipate are coming, like the Mega Scovillain, Milotic, Como is of course the big one. Conk is going to be your physical attacker, but I'm not super worried about Conkeldurr in this matchup other than wide guard pressing. Espeon, Jolteon, Mega Pidgeot, Stunfisk, I guess, is a Pokemon that exists. So I really wanted to make sure I was bulky on the special side, and what this calc actually does is I live a overheat from his Mega Scovillain if it's like modest and the first bump. I live in overheat when I put Aurora Veil up. So if I want, I can Aurora Veil turn 1, get that up for the rest of my team, and then follow up with the Blizzard the next turn just to kind of poop out a little damage just before Frostlass goes down. Give it a nice parting gift. So that was cool. Moving on, we got our Rotom Frost. This is going to be my Blizzard buddy for the week. Very simple calc here. Como sitting at 85 speed, so I just wanted to make sure if that was coming, I was faster than it. So I slapped the Nevermelt Ice on it. Thunderbolt is going to be to hit the Milotic. We're going to Blizzard spam in our Snow. And then the last two moves I kind of had... I had a lot going through my mind for these moves. So Volt Switch was one that I thought was like possible. Pivoting around's like always nice, but the fact that I was always going to be faster than basically his entire team, except for the Jolteon, which I can't hit, and the Espeon, which like like I said, I don't really care about the Espeon and the Mega Pidgeot, which I can just T-Bolt anyways. So I didn't want Volt Switch. I didn't want to be the fast pivot Pokemon. The other option was Electro Web. Like I said, I expected Conkeldurr to come with Wide Guard to this matchup just because I have a lot of spam. So like Electro Web is getting caught by that. Jolteon with Volt Absorb is just kind of munching on that, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm faster than everything anyway, so wasn't super worried. It would have been nice for Goodra, which is going to be my slow Pokemon of the week, but yeah. Next is going to be Mega Aerodactyl. This Aerodactyl's super basic. Decided to go Rock Slide Tailwind because, of course, thought about Stone Edge just because it could one-shot Mega Pidgeot. Thought that would have been fun. But into the rest of the match, like Mega Scovillain was a Pokemon I indexed pretty hard on just for rage powders and stuff. I wanted to get the RNG on my side with flinching and stuff like that. So then we slapped Wide Guard on it. Really afraid of this Jolteon's Electro Webs being his primary form of speed control. So wanted to make sure I had for that, and then Protect just basic. Ended up dumping a lot in HP. Don't think it was to live anything in particular, so yeah. This is the Aerodactyl we're going with this week. I did go max speed because I don't plan on tearing it, and wanted to make sure I at least speed tied with the Jolteon. Next is going to be Roserade. This is kind of my big bopper for the week. I had a hard time picking items for Roserade and SIMISEAR this week because I really wanted Focus Sash on kind of both of them. I thought it was more important on the Roserade just because the Pokemon that's faster, Mega Pidgeot on his team, is something that can actually pressure it, so I wanted to make sure I was good to go there. Leaf Storm, just big burst damage on Milotic. Maybe Energy Ball should have been brought instead, who knows. Sludge Bomb, just strong stab damage, basically always threatens an OHKO on Mega Scovillain unless he's calcing for it. Then Dazzling Gleam, just more spread damage. Komo, Pokemon I focused on pretty hard in building. Granted, it's kind of terrible here. But just wanting to make sure I had something to fight that. Then with my last option, I went with Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder, just broken move, sleep, always good. He also has no guard on the Mega Pidgeot, so I wanted to make sure I could shut that down. Trick Room on his team is kind of scary with Weird Ear. So I ended up wanting an option to shut down Weird Ear off the bat as well. And as you'll see on Mr. SIMISEAR, really wanted to make sure Trick Room didn't go up because it could be pretty bad for me. So Flare Blitz, Glunt, and Gunk Shot, the two strong moves on him. You'll notice I went Poison Barb. Really wanted to make sure this Gunk Shot was as good as a chance to OHKO this Mega Scovillain as possible, because I thought the Mega Scovillain would be indexed really high on special defense for all my spread special attackers. So with the 32 Adamant, I'm also creeping like Como, like I said, kind of his fastest Pokemon there. So really wanted to make sure I could OHKO it if I got the opportunity. Fake Out, because Fake Out's the best move ever. And then Taunt, just wanted to make sure I had an option into Trick Room there as well. At least force a Mental Herb out, like get resources, stuff like that. And last Pokemon is Goodra. Goodra I thought was going to be really good here because he's pretty special attack heavy, like I mentioned. And Goodra's just super fat here. So I calced everything to be efficient for Leftovers recovery, and then I also have points in both my attack and special attack here, and a little bit dumped in defense, just extra things. So the calc is kind of funny. This Goodra always lives 2 clinging skills from Como, if I'm not mistaken, with Leftovers recovery, or at least it's like a 93% chance or something ridiculous like that. Blizzard is because Blizzard is broken and I have Snow, so I'm going to run Blizzard. Spread move, always good. Power Whip. Now this is where the attack stat came from, was my Power Whip calc. So funny enough, because I over-indexed on Scovillain here, I am Sap Sipper. Gooey's just not that good into as little physical attackers, and Hydration sucks. So we went Power Whip to pressure the Milotic more than Thunderbolt would have. But 14 attack is kind of funny. So this calc gives me a 50% chance to OHKO Milotic if I switch in on like a Scovillain Leech Seed or Leaf Storm or whatever it's clicking grass move, and I get the boost from Sap Sipper. It's a 50% chance to OHKO like a pretty bulky Milotic set. So funny calc, special attack dump, so my Dragon Pulse can hit this Como really hard. I'm actually never getting an OHKO. And then so my Blizzard does stuff, and just the leftover in defense, just in case I needed to fight off Conk or something like that. So yeah, that is the team, and we're going to hop on over to the game here and see what's going on. Alrighty, we got a game to play. Yippee yippee. We're playing against Peter and his silly little team. He's got Scovillain, which, like, he's got a bad matchup here. Except he has a Milotic that's really hard to deal with, so that is going to be my priority, is get rid of Milotic. I went ahead and brought my Rotom to help me deal with it, and also has a nice speed tier, outspeeding Como, which is like his fastest offensively threatening Pokemon. Brought an Aerodactyl, Frostlass, of course, being my goat, SIMISEAR, which has a Poison Barb, and we'll see if that comes up. And Roserade, Goodra are gonna round out the team, so we're gonna get into game number 1. I've thought through my lines on what we're fighting against. So my plan, game 1, is to bring SIMISEAR and Aerodactyl. I do have Wide Guard to get around Jolteon. I'm also speed tying. I am Max Jolly this time. And I'm hoping to pick up a surprise kill on this Scovillain, since SIMISEAR's the one Pokemon that can't get burned. Then I think for game 1, my plan is to bring Frostlass and Roserade in the back, just because they have powerful stabs into the additional mons. Rotom and Goodra, definitely bringable, and looking at it, kind of surprised to see Pidgeot made an appearance, but everything else is kind of what I expected. I am missing Florges, so we'll see if that comes up. Florges actually looked pretty good here, but it gets hard-walled by Scovillain, so just trying to avoid that. Let's see if I get the leads right. I don't really want to see Milotic on lead, but I can also, like, just RNG him. Conk. Okay. So he's pressuring Wide Guard. Huh. Alright. So, kind of afraid of Wide Guard. Like, it's probably Wide Guard Tailwind, get around the Rock Slide. He doesn't want a Mega Pidgeot here, I don't think. I did kind of say that I could be Stone Edge this game. I did bring Rock Slide, I just like the RNG. Well, we're just going to go for a really passive turn 1 play. Double Protect wouldn't surprise me either. We're going to see. Pidgeot goes out. Show me Scovillain. Jolteon. Okay. Do I have to worry about Conk getting a one-shot on SIMISEAR? I don't think so. We're gonna get rid of Wide Guard here. If he picks up the KO on Arrow, I'm not, like, super worried. I really want this Jolteon dead. Okay, so with Conkenback, like, I have tools to deal with Conkenback. Whether it's my Roserade with Dazzling, or just having strong special attackers. I want this Jolteon dead. I think he could priority, he could Mach Punch me. Just, like, unfortunate, but I think Jolteon Sash, I want to try and get rid of it. He does withdraw. Milotic, okay. So I know which 4 Mons he's brought so far. I'll get the Jolteon here, I believe. I think. Flare Blitz, SIMISEAR, Goat? That's my fucking goat, dude. Holy. Nice, okay. Got good chip on the Milotic as well. Lefty's Milotic, so it's gonna be fat, which is kind of to be expected. So no Scovillain, so it is Mega Pidgeot, but now he can't... Like, he can't do anything in this position? Like, what's worst case scenario? He Scalds, I don't need SIMISEAR anymore because Scovillain's not here? Do I want to reveal the Gong Shot? Do I want to taunt it, not let it Hypnosis stuff? Do I want to double Pidgeot? I don't want to let him get Tailwind for free, I think is what I want to do. And this is like, if he takes a KO, I just get to go into Rose Raid, which is a ton of offensive pressure. Because I can Leaf Storm, I can Dazzling, I have like options after. Megas and Protects. Rockside Flinch is like cool here, if I can get it. Just to keep up my offensive pressure. With Arrow. Like, Arrow's doing a lot here. Just by clicking Rock Slide. Oh, Muddy Water's not great. Okay. How many turns of Tailwind do I have left? Because he can reasonably go Conk here. There's also a good chance I let this Pidgeot live because of my calcs. But like, Milotic's not doing a lot offensively. Like, do I need to pressure Milotic? I have a free double up. I think I take it, make sure the Pidgeot can't get Tailwind up. Because he can always protect here. Yeah, okay, so we should get a KO on Conk, I assume. And I don't think, like, unless I get hit by Hypnosis, which, like, would suck. I don't think this guy's doing much. Milotic protects, okay, figures, makes sense. But this gives me free next turn. He can Tailwind, I might not KO. Okay. I think not KOing is actually probably better there. Because Frostless is still the fastest thing on the field. He's gonna Wide Guard. We can just go for this. And I don't think he has anything to do about it. And then I just 1v1 Pidgeot. Late game. Or 2v1 Pidgeot. I think this game is over. We're just gonna play it safe. Like, I can miss Leaf Storm. I guess that's the way I lose. That could be bad. Maybe I should have been Energy Ball and like Miracle Seed or something for the damage. We hit these though. That's not good. Maybe you should have Sled Powder. Okay. That was a good play by him, because now a -2 is the only bad thing. If I do hit this, because, yeah, I should have Sled Powder, just so I didn't get the drop before Milotic goes down. Milotic's really hard to break here. What do I want to do, though? I think Protect and Sleep Powder is fine, because he probably wants to get this Tailwind up. And he's no guard, so I can just Sleep Pidgeot for free. And even if Milotic's +2, like, it's not pressuring a lot of damage here. Like, worst cases, Muddy Water, Hurricane into Rose Raid, because it breaks my Sash, but I then get the Sleep Powder off first, can Blizzard, and I think Frostlass wins the 1v1. Goes for the Tailwind, that's ideal. Hypnosis he went for, that's funny. See, I can't miss mine. Dumb Peter. Okay. So now I can just Blizzard this turn for free. Get the Pidgeot. And I don't think there's any reason to not just go for damage. Like, Sleep Powder's cool, but I can miss. And I eventually need this Rose Raid to deal with this Milotic, so. He misses again, or miss is the first time. Cool, Pidgeot down. this game 1 should be wrapped up. Alright, cool. Feel good. Feel good about that. Hit our Leaf Storm. We'll do good damage. My Logic never wins this. Like, you need so many, like, evasion or accuracy drops and stuff with Muddy Water here. Hypnosises need to hit. I need to miss my Leaf Storms. I'm 2 full HP Pokemon. I could set up Veil here and just let Rosewood win too. Like, should I give him another turn of Leftovers Recovery to stall out the Tailwind, just so I don't, like... His only win con is, like, Hypnosis shit, right? He's got one more turn of Tailwind. We'll just go for the Sleep Powder. Because I don't have Protect. Okay. EFFs. Alright, that's game 1. Cool. Stop this recording. Alright, getting into game number 2. I kind of owned him game 1, so I'm not going to reveal any of the tech. I don't think it's super necessary. Like, Gudra's really good here, eventually. Rotom's not as good because he doesn't have the Como with him. And he's just got Wide Guard, so, like, whatever. I can't just spam, like, stupidly. I didn't have to reveal anything either. Like, I didn't reveal Gunk Shot. I didn't reveal Dazzling Gleam on Rose Raid. I gave up Sleep Powder. I didn't give up my Wide Guard on Aerodactyl, which could be big now that I know what my Milotic is. Probably the Coil set, I'd assume, with Hypnosis and Muddy Water, Coil, and Protect. Weird that it's no Recover, but, like, I am not super worried about it. I do think my prep could have gone better if I didn't, if I went with Energy Ball over Leaf Storm. I wanted the burst damage is kind of the thing. Okay. So, like, do I want to get super cute with it? Because he's only Muddy Water. Is there any reason to not Fake Out and Tailwind? I don't think I need to. I think I can just go for this. Go for damage on Jolteon. Because he's Electro Web Muddy Water here. Like, for sure. Or Double Protect. Double Protect I should have Tailwinded, maybe. Webs, show me the Muddy Water, because it's your only attacking move. Get owned, loser. Okay. Now the question is Jolteon Scarf too? It could not be Scarf and, like, Aerodactyl going down here, but I think I live a Thunderbolt unless it's... I think I live Thunderbolt. Unless it's Magnet, which I don't think it is. I think it's Sash, so we're just gonna repeat it. I don't think he's Scarf. Because I just don't think Scarf's super good here. Yeah, okay. I think I just win. Jolteon's down, so we're up. He could start coiling or hitting Hypnosises. That is the thing I need to be worried about here with Milotic. But we're going to take a big KO. Coil. Yep. Okay. So getting through this with special attacks is what I need to do. And hopefully not, like, rely on shenanigans. But, like, at the end of the day, there's legitimately... What if we Rock Slide and we want to get rid of Hypnosis? Yeah. Like, I want this Hypnosis off the board. And he's got a Terra and Tailwind. Pidgeot probably lives this Rock Slide is the thing. So if he gets this and he goes for the Hypnosis on Aerodactyl, it's kind of bad. Okay, he just goes for the Protect. He's going to get Tailwind up, so that's unfortunate. Unless I flinch. We do have flinch silliness. Bonk. Yeah, 2-hit KO. Flinch, 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 flinch. Fuck. Oh, he got rid of SIMISEAR. Okay. Is there anything stopping me going Rose right here and just Leaf Storming? He can pivot, but then he's giving up his boost. Yeah, I'm cool with this way, because I can always go in and out. Oh, I guess if Milo lives this, which it probably does, it can be bad, because this is Hypnosis getting clicked. But we also have Flinch, like, we have so much RNG in our favor. See how much that does. That just KOs. We win. GG's. Oh. Because this could be Conkeldurr. Okay, so he's just bringing the same ons again. So here what we do is we just Tailwind and we just Sleep Powder Pidgeot. This way I don't have to play around like Bullet Punch or Mach Punch plus Hurricane into Rose Raid. Yeah, and I don't have to like play the guessing game with White Guard and Rock Slide. So we just get around that. Tailwind, Sleep Powder. And he needs his Conkeldurr to start doing damage. I don't know if it's worth like Dazzling Gleaming. Or just going for Sleep Powders on Conk. Yeah, alright. GG's. Fair enough. He was never getting through Frostlass there. Cool. 2-0 start to the week. I think I've lost 4 Pokemon in 2 games, so off to a good start. GG's. And yeah, so just to check in at the end of the video then, this is currently where we're at over in the Showdown division. We're currently at the top. Lots of games still not played, or at least week 2 games not played yet. So we're 2-0 with 4 wins. We haven't dropped a game yet. 4 wins, 0 losses. Kill differential gets a little bit weird because Peter ended up FFing his games. Don't do that, Peter, you bad man. Sorry I beat you too bad, you stink. But yeah, really happy with how this week went and looking forward to my week 3 matchup, which just want to check in before we call it a day. That'll be against Mr. Spooky, who won't give me his Mamoswine, so that kind of sucks. So hopefully we can beat him and steal his lunch money, aka his Mamoswine, for week 4. Thanks, see ya.